Hi everyone, I wanted to take a minute to explain target time in a little further detail. Target time is when students have a chance to work on individual learning targets during stations. They have 3 stations a day for literacy and 3 stations a day for math, and one of them every day for each literacy and math is target time. So target time is these buckets here behind me, and it starts, excuse the shaky camera footage, my iPad's not cooperating, and my hands are shaky. So it starts on one end and it goes all the way across. Literacy is on the top, math is on the bottom. It works the same way. Math looks a little scarce right now because we just redid our math flow. So I'm updating my math target buckets to work with the adjusted flow, the adjusted order of how we teach math, and the adjusted progression. But literacy is functioning really well right now for target time. So there is 6 or 7 choices in every bucket, and kids are assigned to the buckets based on their assessment data, both formative and summative. Their names are written on the buckets, and they get one bucket with their name on it. And then the choices in the bucket correspond to practicing that skill. So if it's letter ID, there's 6 choices that are letter ID related, and it goes through letter sounds, rhyming, syllables, sight words, all of those that they can work on independently. They have a folder. Everything for literacy in my classroom is blue. Everything for math is red, and that way it helps them to know when we're doing literacy and math. And the difference, see, even the stations and the charts are color-coded. And so are their folders, and these buckets, the labels on them are color-coded. So when they go to target time, they find the bucket with their name on it. They take out their folder, and they do a choice from their bucket. When they're finished, they color in a circle on the corresponding smiley sheet. And when they have 3 circles for that target, they can come and be assessed by me. If they get assessed and they don't pass, I exit out. They can't do that one anymore. And they have to try a different way to practice from their bucket. I date, and sometimes I make notes. We have a conversation about why they didn't pass, what they need to work on. So when they go back, they understand what they need to be doing and what they need to be doing different. When they do pass, the class cheers for them. And we look at their data book and we see what they need to go to next. It might not be the next bucket in the row. It might be 2 buckets away or 3 buckets away based on what they know already. When they start a new bucket, if somebody's there already, that person becomes the expert and they can teach them how to play the games. If they don't know how to play the games or no one is there in their bucket with them, then they can come see me and I will give them a little bit of a course on how to do it. I have seen it done where there's QR codes on the bags of each choice so that they can just scan it and get the directions. I've not gotten to that point yet, but I hope to in the future. But it's a really good way to manage the direction piece. Also, when they pass a target, you're walking with me to the target board or the target wall. When they pass a target, they get a sticker on that target in the flip book. You'll notice that the pictures correspond to the pictures on the bucket and the picture on their target sheet. They all match so that even your kiddos who aren't reading or aren't reading a lot can know which targets they're working on and which pictures correspond. So they get a sticker in their flip book. Everybody's flip books can be different because they all are 3 circle blue Caterpillar flip books. And there's one for foundations, one for writing, and one for phonemic awareness. And because the targets can be different, you can have them completely differentiated and nobody knows what anybody else is working on. They only know what they themselves are working on. I'm redoing the math at the moment. Anyone up there has has 2 balloons and they've been updated. Anyone who has not still has to meet with me and update their balloons. And then I have a new student who doesn't have a picture up there yet, but the balloons are updated. So there they are. This is real, people. Things aren't always perfectly updated, but we try really hard to stay on top of it. The more on top of it I am, the more transparent it is for them. And the more they own it. And that helps with learner agency, transparency, and to help them be completely proficiency-based. but it is a process. It's a lot of work, but you can do it. It takes a lot of updating. It takes a lot of updating in the moment with the kids on the fly. But we do a lot of cheering, and we meet a lot of targets, and they're learning a lot. And they're even learning about being independent, self-directed learners in our station model. Thanks for watching.